Hi, I woke up with something on my mind that I really wanted to share today, and I was thinking about something that happened yesterday. Most of you all know that I lead a church, and I'm finding that increasingly I'm doing a lot more on camera, which actually most people in most walks of life are doing at the moment, and preaching sermons and sharing notices and information and thoughts, sort of thought for the day type thing. Quite a lot, and I'm very self-conscious on camera. It doesn't come very naturally to me at all. And yesterday I was recording something, and I was really kind of conscious of this. A lot of my problem is that my posture is not very good. I don't know what it is, what's kind of quite out of line, but my head tends to kind of like naturally go to one side. And I've always been quite self-conscious of this. I remember going to a hairdresser's. Can you remember that? Going to hairdressers, once upon a time, it was a thing that we did. And the hairdresser continually saying to me, "Can you please keep your head straight as I'm cutting your hair?" And I'm like, this is straight for me. This is just natural for me. And yesterday, as I was recording this shot, I was sort of trying to do the broadcast kind of like, really kind of emphasising my head, trying to get it straight, trying to get my shoulders right, forgetting what I was supposed to be saying. And it was a bit of a mess, really. And I finally recorded one where I felt like I'd actually sort of said something that made some kind of sense, and then I watched it back. My head was so wonky. I thought, I can't send it out like that. So I recorded it again, and it wasn't as good. And my head was slightly straighter. I'm thinking about all of these things and thinking about the image that we want to portray at this sort of time as something very slick and something very professional. And it's a bit like the image that perhaps people portray on social media that's not strictly the truth. The sort of pictures that we show, there's certain pictures that we would never show on things like social media because we don't look great in them, or we look a bit goofy, or whatever it is, geeky, or whatever you want to call it. As I was thinking about all of these things, I was thinking about this, and this cross was made by David Evans, who's a very, very talented man, whom some of you I'm sure will know. And what I really like about this cross is that it is asymmetric, so it's not completely even. It's slightly wonky, but wonky in a very, very beautiful way. Actually, its wonkiness kind of helps it serve the purpose that it was designed for, because these sort of crosses are designed to be held. Perhaps in times of difficulty, when people want comfort, or held to help them pray. It's the offset nature of this, the asymmetry of it, that makes it so fit for purpose. And this is one of my guitars. I'm very blessed to have a few guitars, but this is a Fender Jazzmaster, and it's designed for jazz players, so that's kind of like hence why it has this sort of offset. It's actually called an offset guitar because Jazzmasters were designed for players who sit, and actually that's very comfortable and kind of looks right as you're sitting with it. And I love this guitar. I love the shape of it. I love the kind of quirkiness of it. And it is a guitar, a bit like the cross, that is really fit for purpose. It's a lovely thing, and it's offsetness, if that's a word. Is that a word? Offsetness. Its offset nature kind of adds to its beauty and its purpose. And so I'm thinking about all these things, and thinking about actually my faith, which this is one of the things that it represents, that it's seen very much as a sort of a mainstream thing. But when you look at Jesus and the things that he did and the things that he said and the way that he lived, it was really revolutionary. And I love that about the Christian faith. And so I suppose what I'm trying to say in a very sort of roundabout way is is it's not good to keep doing retakes. You want to, you want to get things right. If you've got something important to say, you want to make sure that you get the words out. But actually, if your head is not on quite straight, it doesn't really matter. Or if you trip over your words a little bit, maybe the odd retake might be in order. But actually, for what we're doing now, it's about being yourself. For all of us, whether we're just blogging, whether we're preaching sermons and sharing things like that, or whether we're just sharing our lives with the world, whatever you do, just be yourself. Don't try and be something that you're not. And if you are a bit wonky like me, just embrace it, because that's the way you were made, and you were perfectly made, fearfully and wonderfully made. You're so beautiful and just brilliant the way you are. So just make sure you be yourself. If ever you find yourself in this position, talking to a screen, wondering if anybody will watch it, just make sure that you be yourself. Embrace your wonkiness and embrace one another's wonkiness as well. So that's it. I hope you found this interesting. I hope it helps someone, perhaps. Who knows? But I'll see you on a screen somewhere soon. Cheers.